Designing a habitat for your bearded dragon is sponsored in part by Zilla, where reptiles rule.
Hi folks, in this program we're going to talk about creating a habitat for the bearded dragon. Hillary, what kind of habitat again does the bearded dragon come from? I assume we need to know where it originates from so that we know what kind of habitat to create for it in our homes.
Well, as we went over in the overview, they are from the desert area of Australia. So of course we want to keep their habitat as close to the natural environment as possible.
Okay, can you tell us about humidity levels and so forth that we want to maintain?
Sure, with the bearded dragons you want to keep them between 40 and 50% humidity. Anything over 55% is a little too much for them, so we want to keep them with a little lower humidity than a rainforest reptile.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more about the habitat elements that you've chosen for this little project.
Well, for the substrate, I've chosen the calci sand, which is a great bedding for them because it's very close to their natural desert environment. And then over here, as we can already see, our bearded dragon has chosen his basking platform, which is a painted resin, which is very nice for them because when you put the heating element over it, it heats up nicely. And to your right there, Israel, we have the combo fixture, which has the heating element, the halogen and fluorescent fixture, which is an awesome fixture for them because it has all the heating and lighting that they need in their environment.
Okay.
And then over here in front of you, we have the cacti, which are more for aesthetics, which you can put in there and make them feel a little more at home.
And these cacti here are not really prickly. They just sort of look like that. These are very well-made cactus replications. They look very realistic. So they're safe for your animal, and they're safe for you to handle as well.
And then, of course, every living creature has to have water, so we have a water dish. And then over here we have the temperature and humidity gauge, which will help you to gauge the humidity to make sure that they're not overly done with the humidity because they can't take too much.
Okay, well let's go ahead and get to work. What's the very first thing we put into our habitat?
First thing you want to start out with is placing the calcium sand, which is your substrate in the bottom.
All right.
So if you want to grab one bag, I'll grab the other, and we'll go ahead and just pour it in.
All right.
This calci sand here is a very soft calci sand. It's not a very gritty one, so it'll be very delicate on your reptile.
Okay. Now, Hillary, can certain reptiles actually eat this stuff?
They can take it in, and it's not going to hurt them. It's basically just a calcium substrate.
Okay.
So it's going to be very gentle on them. And they've done that for health reasons.
Okay. It even looks like a desert.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This is the rose color, which is a real beautiful color.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and just even it out here a little bit, maybe give him a little bump so he can have some texture in there. And the next thing you would do is put in his basking platform.
Okay. This means I have to move him.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. How about sitting on my shoulder?
And he'll stay there all day because, like I said, you know, they're excellent pets for children.
He probably enjoys the body heat as well. Very nice. It fits perfectly into the corner. So we have our flooring, our substrate, and then we have a basking platform. What's next, Hillary?
And next you want to make them feel comfortable and at home. So if you would like to place the cacti in there, I'll let you choose where they go.
Oh, I get to choose where they go?
Go ahead, choose.
All right.
You're our interior decorator for today.
Okay. All right, I'll put that one there. And I'll put a shorter one up in the front here. Putting shorter elements in the front keeps from blocking a view of the animal, and yet the animal can still run inside the cave here if he needs to get away, if he gets a little stressed out. And then how about this in the corner? What do you think, Hillary? I'm not much of a decorator.
Looks great to me. It gives dimension to it. So
okay.
He should be pretty happy.
All right, so now we have some visual elements and some things he can sort of hide behind. What would come next?
Well, then next you'd want to go ahead and put in the water dish.
Okay.
But you want to make sure that you do not put the water dish over where the heating element is because it'll dry it up and he needs a cool place to go to and get refreshment. So we'll go ahead and place the water dish right over here.
And that makes perfect sense. If you put it near the heat source, it'll all dry up quickly.
Yep.
Okay.